Hi, it's Ron Latronico with Latronico Homes, brokered by eXp Realty, and this is your January 2023 market update. So I haven't done this the last couple months. I apologize with the holidays and travel and things like that. I just didn't get it done. But we're back. So what I'm going to do is go through the numbers, and then we'll talk about what they mean. So let's start with Pierce County, and we'll talk about median days on market, which is 39, up 457% from January of 22. An 8-day increase from last month. Median price, $520,000, down 1% from January of 22, and a $16,000 increase from last month. Sold price versus list price, 95.7%, down 5.2% from January of 22, and a 0.2% decrease from last month. New listings, 709 new listings, down 17.5%, but 252 more than last month. Sold listings, 497, down 34.8% from January of 22, 165 fewer sales than last month. Months of inventory at 1.1 months, up 268% from January of 22, 0.3 months less than last month. And then for Thurston County, 39 median days on market, same as Pierce, up 550%, an 8-day increase from last month. Median home price is $475,000, down 0.6% from January of 22, a $24,000 decrease from last month. And we'll talk about that here in a minute. Sold price versus list price at 96%, down 5.5% from January of 22, and no change from last month. New listings in Thurston County, 233 new listings, down 18.5% from January of 22, 88 more new listings than last month. And sold listings, 155, down 50.9% from January of 22, 84 fewer listings than last month. And months of inventory, 1 month of inventory on the market, up 233% from January of 22, 0.2 months less than last month. So let's talk about the numbers and what they mean, and should you sell, should you buy, so on and so forth. So median days on market at 39 days is a significant increase over January of 22. January of 22, we were still in a booming market. I think the median days were like 7 days on market, somewhere around there, which was basically a low or close to it. And we've seen it go up. And you'll see a theme here. We're seeing a kind of wait and see attitude with both buyers and sellers right now. A lot of your people who would typically be listing right now, selling right now, move up buyers. They want to sell their current house and move into a bigger house, nicer house, more property, whatever. Move up buyers are not moving up right now because they're not getting as much for their property, and the interest rates for what it would cost to buy a new place is still very high. So your move-up buyers aren't moving up right now. Everybody's kind of holding steady right now. New buyers are not necessarily out there either because of the interest rates. Again, the cost of purchasing a home, even with a $50,000 drop in the median home price from May of 2022 was a high for both Pierce and Thurston County. Pierce was $585 and Thurston was $525. So now Pierce is down to $520, a $65,000 drop, and Thurston is down to $475, which is a $50,000 drop. So even with those drops, your payments are higher than they would have been a year ago because the interest rates are higher. So that's why we're kind of seeing a low sales, low listings, a lot of lows, which is driving the median days on market. It's driving the sold price versus list price. And the interesting thing is, because there's less sales and listings, our months of inventory really has not, I mean, it's changed. We were at 0.3 months, I think, back in January of 2022, which was absurdly low. But 1.1 months of inventory is still considered a very low amount of inventory for a housing market. A balanced market is considered 6 months. That's a balanced market where sellers and buyers are equal. So right now, even though buyers are getting a few more concessions, a few more things than they were getting, a year ago, it's still considered a seller's market. And 39 days on market is still pretty darn low. Back in 2008, 2009, when we were in the recession, median days on market was over 80. So we're still pretty darn low. And then with the prices, we're seeing some fluctuation. You'll notice Pierce County went up 16,000, Thurston County went down 24,000. Last month they were opposite. Thurston went up and Pierce went down. So we're seeing a little bit of fluctuations, and with the low numbers of sales, a couple lower cost sales can drive things up, and a couple higher cost sales can drive things down or whatever. So do I think it's a good time to buy or sell? For listings, for sellers, I would probably, if you can, I would probably wait a couple months and see what happens in the March, April timeframe. For buyers, I would actually consider buying now. The interest rates dropped this week, and the expectation is, we'll see some fluctuation, but over the next few months, we should see interest rates drop. So I would think about buying right now, because I think once the interest rates drop down a little more, I think the market is going to start going back up. And if you can get today's prices at tomorrow's interest rates, because it's going to take you 30, 60 days to, from the time you get under contract, from the time you find your home, you're talking 30 or 60 days closing from there. So you're talking a couple months down the road. I would consider buying now. It has its risk. If the market doesn't do what I think it's going to do, then that would be a risk. But you can always refinance later too, if the interest rates don't drop as far as we think they will. So that's my best advice right now for listings, for sellers. If you can, I think now's a good time to hold off for a couple months. Buyers, I would seriously consider buying right now if the time is right for you personally. So that's my best advice. Have a great day. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call, email, text, message, whatever. And have a great day. Happy house hunting.